Good morning, class 8. How are you guys doing? I guess you all are doing great and good and looking after yourselves and taking care of yourselves and at the same time having fun, eating, sleeping, doing exercise, working out, keeping yourself physically fit. You have to be physically fit to go ahead and even watch a movie. If you have to watch a movie, also you have to be physically fit. You cannot be demoralized or tired. You cannot watch a movie, right? So everything has to be normal and has to be taken care of. Anyways, we'll be back at SSC with the chapter The Constitution and the Need for Laws. The Constitution and the Need for Laws, page 208. So I'll not go with the book right now. I'm going to just explain what is the Constitution. We must know first that. What is this Constitution of India all about instead of going into the book? As I always say, it's not T20, it's not the question answers. We have to understand what is our Constitution all about. Then only we will know what is democracy, what is secularism, what is sovereign republic democratic country or sovereign democratic republic country, or what is fraternity and what is justice and what is all that, so on and so forth. Okay, so we'll go step by step. So let's start with the Constitution. The Constitution of India or the Bharatiya Samvidhan is the supreme law of India. It says the people of India, sovereign democratic republic country, liberty, fraternity, liberty, equality and fraternity. Okay, that's what it says. I said, okay, if that's what they say, fine, not a problem. But we have to understand each and every point in what does it actually have inside it. The Samvidhan. The people of India having solemnly resolved to constitution India into a sovereign democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political liberty of thought, okay, into sovereign, yes, I was missing the page. To secure all citizens justice, social, economic and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual, right, individual and the unity of the nation. In our constitution, constituent assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and to give ourselves this constitution. Clear? Signature of the artist Beohar Ram Manohar Sinha as Ram. At the right bottom corner of the Constitution of India, it is there. So this is our content. Now what do we understand by this? We understand nothing. We don't understand anything of it. We don't come to know anything. We have to get inside it. It's a document, law, lays down the framework of democratic fundamental political code, structure, procedures, powers and duties of government institutions and sets out fundamental rights and directive principles and duties of citizens. It is the longest written constitution of any country on the earth. Dr. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, chairman of the drafting committee, is widely considered to be its chief architect. Now, what are directive principles? Directive Principles of State Policy of India, DPSP, are the guidelines or 15 principles given to the federal institutes governing the state of India to be kept in citation while framing laws and policies. These provisions contained Part 4 of the Constitution in India. Okay. Basically, we'll come to that in details. It is the longest written institution in the whole on earth, of any country on earth. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman, was the drafting committee. He was the chief architect of it. Clear? It was adopted by the Constituent Assembly of India on the 26th November 1949 and became effective on the 26th January 1950. The Constitution replaced the Government of India Act 1935 as the country's fundamental governing document, and the Dominion of India became Republic of India. What is Dominion India? Dominion India, the Union India, also called the Dominion India, was an independent dominion with the British Commonwealth nations between 15th August 1947 and 26th January 1950. It was created by the Indian Independence Act 1947 and was transformed into the Republic of India of the Constitution. Clear? Basic information I am giving you. The system of it is Federal Parliamentary Constitutional Republic. Okay. This is about the basic information about the Constitution. Now we will read part by part what is there in it. In your book it says, importance of our Constitution. But we must first understand the basic things. What is liberty? It's an introduction of Article 21. Liberty in the Indian Constitution. What is actually liberty here? Are we really liberal? Introduction Article 21 reads as, no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. This right has been held to be the heart of the Constitution, the most organic and progressive provision in our living Constitution, the foundation of our laws. Liberty. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty. No one can go against your freedom. It actually means freedom and is an essential right that a person has. It's a word mostly or rather commonly used to mean being able to exercise a freedom, to take an action or even think in a certain way without being prevented from doing so and without being forced to do so. Liberty is not limited simply to being imprisoned. When you are imprisoned, then your liberty goes down. But that too also you have liberty there. That's what the Article 21 states. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by the law. Two terms there are. mentions, it's mentioned in the Article 21, life and personal liberty. The term life used here is something more than animal existence. Lifelong. Liberty means freedom from captivity or control. The ability to go where you want, do what you want, and say what you want. Liberty. It's a constitutional right. Correct? That is liberty. Now we come to sovereign democratic. India is a sovereign, secular, democratic republic. Its constitution came into effect 26 January 1950. Provides a parliamentary form of government at the center and in the states. Now the constitution also has an extensive set of directive principles, mostly very close to the USA Bill of Rights. Okay. Next video I'll come back.